Hello everyone, Mr. Power 46 here, and welcome to Let's Play Costume Quest 2. Once again, time to go to the sewers. Or once again, time to go trick-or-treating. Old Auburn Pines. Beating up trash cans. Now, this area... Now, that that looks more like as if it was someone opening it. So, it's not like the slow-mo. Now, these look like future versions of a lot of the original games and stuff. Declaration of Destruction. And target the Dark Mage. Because he can increase attack power of enemies. Which is not good. As I probably don't have to explain to anyone. Oh, and turns out this guy can do it to himself. That's not good either. But I may as well do this attack. And double the experience with the tongue punchers. Amazing. Nice. I didn't even look at what levels everything was. Oh well. 600 XP. Very, very useful. This person is asking for a spare Rice Creepies card. And there's this person. Now you may go, maybe a little out of place, but nothing's strange about that. But if you remember from a previous episode, we started a side quest. And you talked to him a few times, and then he got rich. And then now he's broke because he was kicked out. That's unfortunate. And this is the guy that you gave a bit of candy to. He has tons of candy. So I got 1,000 candy just for talking to him. I think we paid 200 candy to him in the past. So that's quite the value. Oh, whoops. I meant to hit that guy. But that works. Going over the ramp works. But yeah, this speedy thing used to be exclusive to the robot. So lots of people exclusively use the robot. But stuns were broken by the fire attack that they had, which was not good. Whoops. Dang it. I had more to do over there. Let's go back. This is the house from the first game that started the whole quest. I think this house, or no, this house was our original house. And our lights are on. And then this house was just the first one we actually trick-or-treated at, and they went, man, that candy corn costume's lame. And then your sister ran off. Or your brother, depending upon which one you did. Man, now that I think about it. It was a... Wow, that was a long episode last time. Anyway. You're supposed to not be able to sneak by this guy. I did earlier, but... yeah. And I meant to punch him in the back. Oh well. Now, the dental drones and the roving chompers. I wouldn't blame you if you found this a little creepy. I think some enemies attack twice if you don't block on the first one, which is not good. As would probably be evident. Now I sound like a founding father suddenly. As would be evident by something. I don't know. It is interesting that up and down changes which target and left and right changes which action. Oh, that's interesting. That guy eats. The Declaration of Destruction, as I think it calls it. Got lots of candy, 266. Now let's go over this, and I think part of why they did it the way they did my brain does not function all the time. Part of why be quiet, Haley, or Ren, whichever one said it. I can heal you in a second. It's easy and literally free. Other than, of course, the power bill in real life. Or I could use candy to heal, but no. I'll just do it this way. And yeah, I am recording locally. Good. That's good to know. I think the second episode of this recording session is going to be a lot longer than a lot of people will actually watch. Oh well. I mean, my alarm that goes off once and then a second time every an extra time every minute or so, or every 15 minutes, went off I think 3 times. It goes off every 15 minutes because I forget to do the thing that it does, so yeah, the thing that it reminds me to do, and I go, I don't need to do it. And then my brain sometimes makes up the fact that I said that I actually did it. It, my, my brain goes, oh yeah, you did that. No, you didn't. So, it's really important for me to have an alarm that is loud, obnoxious, and goes off multiple times. I have it set to go off 15 times every 15 minutes if need be. It's really important to do what I ask it to do, what it tells me to do of that alarm. There are consequences. It's taking acid reflux medicine and mental health medicine. Come on, level up, characters. Let's see. It's cool I have no dropped frames though. It's really nice having a decent computer. And I have no idea as to the scale. I could technically set timers for episode lengths. Trick or treat. And she's giving me all her candy. That was weird. It didn't have an animation. I didn't press a button. Huh. It's supposed to have an animation. Let's go fight this guy. Power off. Amazing. Incredible! Actually, amazing again. But, you know. I'm surprised that actually worked on Q. That's a little surprising to me. And I think that it's percentage of health of that. It's gonna survive one time. Dang. Oh well. It's funny that that thing just eats it. Dental drone is on fire. Can't wait till I get the counter. And that one just exploded before it could attack. And that's the interesting thing about burn is it's not at the end of the round. It's just before a character can use its action. I think there's a savage snail there, so I should probably heal. You know what though? Where are my... Okay, I'm gonna fight one more guy before I do the savage snail, because I have both double experience and double candy will be there, and I will level up so I can buy things first. Pterodactyl. Kinda silly, but that's okay. This is actually a dangerous combo of enemies. And these enemies, I think, respawn. There's at least some enemies that respawn, which is different from the original costume quest. And the usual battles are going on. And interesting. So, before I go and fight that savage snail, let's see if I can actually find where I came in on. Man, I can't even remember. There it is. But it'll be nice having no return policies. Now, time to... First of all, I don't know if I healed. Okay, apparently I did, because it didn't let me eat candy. And even if I hadn't, I just tried to eat candy. So, yeah. Double candy reward. I'm just unloading on this savage snail. I don't think this savage snail is optional, but I'm not 100% sure. And what's happening here is why you should have a healer. Oh, cool. Extra defense against, apparently, Beast. And he's weak against a Beast. And the savage snail is dead. Got lots of XP and a lot of candy. What did the Rice Krispies do as it was there? Rice Krispies. Huh, that's kind of cool. Usually you should probably save. Actually, I don't know. It depends. But yeah, that was a lot of candy and a lot of. That's weird that it's not showing that animation. Could have sworn it was supposed to. Oh well. Got a lot of candy and a lot of XP. Which is always nice. Trick or treat. Oh great, the dental god. It's probably best to save. Well, depends on how annoyed you get by it. If you get really, really annoyed, you'd at like yeah. My brain does not always function. If you get really annoyed by going back to the fountains, you should use eating candy if you're in a version of the game that can support it. But otherwise, you should save it towards the end of the game where you won't have enough. Where you'll have plenty, I mean. Man, my words do not work. Piñata. And you know, I can record the Xbox One now that I think about it. Interesting to know. There's probably ways to trick XSplit into doing it. Pterodactyl. Dive bombing time. What is it dive bombing is the question. And the answer is probably nothing pleasant. I was hoping it wouldn't be that case. But it was certainly brown coming from a flying animal of that items. And they were circular. And yeah. Or oval shaped. Ovoid. I don't know the term off the top of my head. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. I just let a party member die. Now this is a case where it might be dangerous not to do this. I'll just do it. Or, yeah. Hey look! I got a glow stick. Wonder what that'll be used for. Of course it was a costume material. And we have everything except for the pattern. And now that I think about it, I think I remember where the pattern is. There's a character I've been ignoring. Hey look, we got all of the candy. That's cool. All of the creepy treat, the old Auburn Pines candy stuff. But I think it's this character gives you the pattern. Drop the costume pattern. Wizard. He's quite surprised that we already had all the stuff. I just call it being on top of things. I'm just kidding. That was really a jokingly smug statement. Now, what the wizard's ability is just lights. Really quite nice, actually. Actually, it's mad because you're kind of slow when you do it. So, yeah, I think we're about done with the episode, but let's do a little bit of, tiny bit of story. Hey look, Sadie! Got the deliveries. And the west. Oh, we should go to Corvus first, before that, actually. Before we end the episode. But he runs the other speakeasy in town, which is relatively... So, we have to talk to another guy, basically. But I think there's a third speakeasy. It's kind of silly. Time for another technique. Let's see what the technique is this time. You have to press and hold the charge, but it's dangerous to do it. But I think you don't take much damage and you bounce some back if you use it, which is really nice. But the dangerous thing is you need to press and hold the button, but you also hopefully are ready to defend with both characters. So that's a bit dangerous with all of the characters, but I don't think you can charge on all of them, which actually makes the candy corn useful because I think it attracts attacks and it can actually counter. Lots of people don't know that, but it can counter. So yeah, anyway, until next time, no idea how to do an outro. Have fun. Don't go too crazy. Goodbye.